Tomorrow is Gloria's birthday, so we are starting our travel day today at the Jamestown Pie Company with a key lime pie because of the state we're in. We hope to see wild horses in Corolla today, but Hurricane Fiona is pushing us out of Oregon Inlet Campground. We'll probably end up at a hotel. We found Bob's Wild Horse Tours, and we're loaded up. You guys gonna bounce out the back row there?
Probably.
Well, I said that in jest, but flying down the beach at the speeds we were, we really bounced quite a bit, especially the back row where Joey was, and his seatbelt was not near small enough to hold him down, so Gloria had to do a lot of the holding. Turns out the horses in Corolla mostly wander around among people's beach houses, so you go driving down these sandy roads through people's backyards and beach houses looking for horses taking shelter and cropping their lawns, and past signs that tell the wild horse tours to go someplace else, and around their parks where the horses jump the fences and then mow the lawns there as well. So the majority of the horse tour was not as natural as we would have hoped, but we enjoyed it and considered ourselves quite fortunate because we were on the last tour of the day. They canceled future tours because of the rain forecast coming in from the north, and on the way back we were racing the storm system down the beach when, lo and behold, what should we run into but horses in their natural habitat. So we did stop, and Gloria got to see horses on the beach with the water as their backdrop for her birthday. The forecast for the Outer Banks was that the tail end of Fiona was going to cause ocean overwash and high winds, particularly near Oregon Inlet where we were supposed to stay. So we bailed and got a hotel. There's a rainbow as the rain starts. We've gotten settled into the Hampton Inn. We discovered an outdoor lazy pool right before the thunderstorm, unfortunately. So we watched the drama unfold from the safety of our hotel room and awoke the next morning to a fabulous sunrise on the ocean. All right, we survived the night. We made it to Duck, and we're headed out onto the boardwalk. There's the kayak launch at this end of the boardwalk. We were a little too far to make Cape Hatteras Lighthouse a reality, but we enjoyed the boardwalks at Duck, and then Gloria found an interesting destination called the Whalehead House, which was an Art Nouveau house built back in 1920 that they gave tours of. Inside was amazing. Unfortunately, they didn't allow photography, but the tour started on the porch where they did. What are we looking at here, Thomas? The original Wright Brothers flyer. And there's the recreation. Kitty Hawk was great. We really enjoyed learning about the history there, and we got to go out onto the path where the original 4 flights of the Wright Brothers were taken, and we learned a lot more about the history and got to see the monuments and listen to a ranger talk as well. And then it was off to Fayetteville to visit the kids' cousins who work at Fort Bragg and learn about the HIMARS, High Mobility Artillery Rocket Systems, as well as tour a lot of the planes and things they have on display there. Discovered that our kids have learned how to squat when they sit and wait, so they're not sitting on the ground. And Joey got to, quote, lay on the fancy sofa. Perhaps the biggest discovery was an all-time low in gas prices, which Titus has been tracking. All right, we've made it to Congaree National Park in South Carolina. Jenny, what kind of things can we hope to see here?
Wow, we can see wild boars.
Wild boar. Yes, alligators, spiders, snakes. Lots of things on the list, but that's not what we came to see. We came to see big trees. Oh, wow. These really are quite large.
You can see the hair.
don't know if we like Congaree. Yeah, the good news is they have a mosquito meter, and we are at mild right now.
We could have come during Ruthless or Warzone.
Yeah. The kids met up with cousins, and my brother lives in the area. And we took the boardwalk around Congaree, which was just the right speed for our crew. We got to see a lot of really neat landscapes that we don't usually get to enjoy. The cypress and the tupelo trees and the knees growing up around them were fun. And we enjoyed some of the wildlife, mostly geckos. We did see a skink, and then a lot of really large turtles, most of whom were underwater and didn't photograph well. But the coolest part is the sun was at just the right angle that we could see the gar, which we had seen at the National Aquarium in the river. So after a wonderful visit with my brother, we headed out for a fabulous evening of food and friends at Frog Creek Farm, and then we were ready for Chimney Rock. There's Chimney Rock. We are on our way there. We are near Lake Lure, and when they put in the new bridge, they converted the old bridge into a flower garden, which has been just spectacular to walk through. We've made it to the parking area at Chimney Rock, and we are headed up there pretty soon. The adventure team will be taking the trail off that way. We've got fabulous views here just from the parking lot. And I think Joey and I are going to opt for the elevator. Okay, Jenny, you made it to the Opera Box. How was the hike up to this point?
It's not very well defended. It wasn't too hard. We got to go through this really cool grotto and subway areas. Wasn't completely hot.
Joey, how was your hike up to this point?
Good. Took the elevator.
How high was the elevator?
Seconds.
Seconds to go 26 stories. The rest of the hike upward, however, pretty much wiped him out, so by the time we got to exclamation point, he was ready to go back. Though he was intrigued by their description of the subway, so we took that route on our way back down to the Animal Discovery Center. Well, Joey, if you were going to name that critter, what would you name him?
Possum.
Say that again?
Possum.
Possum.